What if the rapture isn't what you've been taught? Most people use First Thessalonians 4:17 to claim believers will be physically snatched off the earth. Quote, "Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and thus we shall always be with the Lord." End quote. When we look at the original Greek and the historical context, however, a different story emerges. In First Thessalonians 4:17, the word caught up is harpazo. It means to seize or claim eagerly. Look at 2 Corinthians 12:2, where Paul says he was caught up to the third heaven. Paul didn't leave the earth permanently. He had a spiritual experience. In Matthew 11:12, Jesus says the violent take the kingdom by force. That's harpazo. It's about a spiritual claiming, not a boarding pass to the sky. And then there's the air. Greek has two words for air, aer, which is the lower, dense air we breathe, and oranos for the high heavens. Paul uses aer in Ephesians 2:2, calling Satan the prince of the power of the air. So you don't leave the planet to be in the air. Paul's choice of words suggests an earthly atmospheric encounter, not a trip to outer space. The most important word, however, is to meet. It's apantesis. In Acts 28:15, believers went out to apantesis, Paul, and then escorted him back to Rome. In Matthew 25:6, the virgins go out to meet, or apantesis, the bridegroom to escort him back to the hall. Apantesis is a welcoming party. We aren't meeting Jesus to leave the earth. We are meeting the king to escort his kingdom back to earth. Now, the tribulation isn't a future movie plot. It's in Matthew 24:16. Jesus gave physical instructions. Let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. He was talking about the Roman siege in AD 66 to 70. Revelation 1:9, John says he was already a companion in tribulation. It was their present reality, not our future. Paul even used the word we in 1 Thessalonians 4:15, speaking to people alive then, not thousands of years later. Finally, look at Jesus' own prayer in John 17:15. I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil one. Jesus never wanted us removed. He wanted us preserved through the trial. So the Bible doesn't promise an escape from earth. It promises a spiritual transformation and the arrival of a king to rule. So stop looking up for a getaway and start looking at the context and the present kingdom reality. I'm out.